this has to be a little bit you have to understand it. So in this beginning it says, you cannot see this Vishwarupam, because Arjuna wants the Vishwarupam to be seen. And to see that Vishwarupam, Krishna says, you cannot see with your eyes. You need Jnana Chakshu, the wisdom eye, to see this. Wisdom eye is not some special eyes. So don't think that Arjuna got alone the wisdom eye something. So we also can get, or you also can get, provided you open your eyes to see. So here, the wisdom eye compared to the vibhuti in the last chapter, there the vibhutis are pointing out wherever the glorious things or beautified things are me, at least recognize me there first. So in the 10th chapter, he prepared the mind of Arjuna, or prepared our mind to see wherever the beautiful things are there, see that is the glory of the Lord. Now we go to the next chapter, where we have to see Vishwarupam. That means the whole entire universe is Him. Remember? Bhumirapo nalo vayu kammano buddhirevacha ahankara midiyam me binna prakriti rashtada. This all eightfold nature of mind, lower nature is mine, everything is me. All panchabhutas are me. So everything that comes out of me is me only. It's only my lower nature. Now I have to shift my attention not only in these vibhuti things, but wherever there is I see, I have to see Him now. Whether it is good or bad. Follow now? So wherever even there is, everything is Him now. It's not only the vibhutis or shining things or beautiful things, even the ugly things are Him only now. Because everything is Vishnu. That's called Vishwarupam. In the Vishwarupam, in the people write the drawings of Vishwarupam, they say when all the gods are one side and all the devils are on the other side, because He is both. He is including both. And to understand the Vishwarupam, I had to recognize the whole universe. The 7th and 6th slokas we mentioned is His form only. So for us to have that vision of the Vishwarupam, we have to open our Jnana Chakshu, the knowledge eye, where I need to have an understanding that these are nothing but the Lord Himself in different forms. Then we have Vishwarupam. Follow? Vishwarupa Darshanam comes only with the knowledge. So Lord Shiva has a third eye, not that He has a third eye here and compare. It's not that. That is a Jnana Chakshu. He is Dakshinamurti, he is always in the meditation, where when he opens his eyes, you remember the story? The Kama got burned, right? Kama is what? All desires got burned. In the knowledge, in the awakening of a knowledge, all desires get burned. Not that he is opened and some fire is coming and all. These are all pictorial way of representing what exactly is the nature of the reality too. So when we can open, all our other negative tendencies will go away. That's what is the burning of the Kama means. So if I have the open wisdom here, all negative tendencies of jealousies and all other things automatically have dropped out, because I have to see the Lord in everything too. I'll always be compassionate. I cannot but be compassionate. So here, Krishna starts with says, I am going you, the divyam dadami te chakshuhu pasyam me yogavishwaram. Says, I am giving you a divya chakshu, eyes for you to see myself in everything. And when he got that wisdom eye, when Arjuna starts, so the description of the nature of the reality that he sees is the Vishwarupa Darshana in the 11th chapter. So its description comes from two people there. One from Arjuna, and also there is another person who got the same vision. That's called Sanjaya. Sanjaya also sees, so he describes also what he is seeing, and Arjuna describes also what he is seeing. So both the descriptions are given in the 11th chapter. So what does Arjuna see? First, Arjuna sees the wonders. So let's take the sloka 10. Aneka vaktra nayanam Anekadbhuta darshanam Aneka divyabharanam Divyanikodyatayudham. So I am seeing, what I am seeing here, he is wonderstruck. So Acharyam, that is the first feeling that he gets. So it is Aneka Vaktra Nayanam. I am seeing so many mouths, infinite number, uncountable mouths here. Vaktram, Nayanam, eyes all over, everywhere. That includes obviously faces and all that. Aneka Adbhuta Darshanam, the wonderstruck, and so many things that I cannot recollect. Everything that is the universe I am seeing now, but with a different look. So what am I seeing? Everything that I see in the universe is his form now, because his Rupam, Vishwa Rupam. That's why the Vishnu Sahasranama starts with Vishwam Vishnu. Right? Vishwam Vishnu Vashakaro. So he is Vishwam. Whatever you see is him. That's his form. Which means if I want to have a Divya Chakshu that Arjuna got, whatever I see has to see him. I cannot do this because he cannot be, otherwise he cannot be seen. So whatever I see in this universe, so all the eyes that I see, Aneka Vaktram, right? Nayanam, all the eyes that I see, what should I say now? That is Lord forms eyes. All the faces that I see is the face of the Lord. Because he has so many faces. Not that he is a monster with so many faces. It's not that. Everything that I see is nothing but. If I have that vision, it is Adbhu, wonder. What is it? This is all him. And that means it becomes a knowledge. Follow? Otherwise I am seeing also, but I am getting carried away with these names and forms, and he is different, she is different, this face is different, that face is different, that is frowning face, this is not nice face, that's a beautiful face. I am getting carried. But all the face, whether it's a beautiful face or ugly face, that is him only. That becomes the real Vishwarupa Darshanam. Follow? So in order for us to have that Divya Chakshu, we should have the knowledge that everything is nothing but him alone. So the first feeling that the Arjuna says is, the 15th sloka says, Pasyami devam savadeva deva sarvas tada bhuta visesha sangha. Brahmana misam kamalasvanastam rishincha sarva nanangascha divyan. Says, I am seeing all Devadevas, all gods, everything else in this universe on your face. Whatever that is conceivable, conceived, all are in you. All phenomenological forces are in you. Earthquakes, everything, all things are in him only. Whatever that is there in the universe is his expression only. That should be understood in the process. And here the description is, I am the Brahma, I am the Ishvara. Ishvara you can see there, I am the Chaturmukha Brahma you can see there. All that you can glorify in terms of gods in different forms are all in that only, because one God expressing in varieties and varieties of things also, human beings and the Rakshasa, whole creation is expressed because Bhumi Rapo Nalo Vayu Kammano Buddhi Evacha. Remember? That's the basis of the whole thing. I myself is everything. So there cannot be anything other than him. So whatever I see is his darshanam only. That should be the expression. And let's take sloka 19 for sample. Anadimadhyantam anantamevyam. Anadimadhyantam anantamevyam. My wife told me not to sing. So she's here now. So I have to be careful here. So it's a style is different. Anadimadhyantamanantaviryam Anantabahum Sasisuryanitram Pasyamitvam Deeptahutasravakram Swatejasa Vishwamidam Tapantam. Now slowly he's shifting from the Acharyam, the wonder, to fear. See, yes, because he starts seeing other things in that. Says, Anadi, there is no end for it. Everything that I see is your book. There is no end that I can see. There is no beginning nor an end. There is no middle. See, wherever this is, that's what the whole universe is. I don't know, getting time on this, but basically, the Hubble telescope, the telescope is giving you the galaxies and galaxies, right? I don't know if you know the beauty of this. And it is telling you there are teenage galaxies. Galaxies are still forming now. Billions of billions light years away. You should understand this process clearly. What I am seeing now, sitting here with the telescope, that is there in the billions and billions light years ago that are forming now, are not really forming now. They are formed billions of light years ago. What was there at the time, I am seeing now. Because the light takes so many years for that from there to reach me. So what I am seeing now with the telescope is not what is there. So further away I go, the past I am going. I don't know if you know the clear concept here. Because light, that's called 1 light year. Light year means it takes light to travel from there to reach me, that takes 1 year. That's what is the distance. So billions of light years away means I am sitting here watching what's happening there as though it's happening now, but that's not now. It is billions of light years ago what was there at that time, now I am seeing. What is there now happening, I will have to see after billions of light years afterwards only I can see. Because it takes that much time for the light to travel. So what it really means is, I am a seer, that is a seeing, I am looking at the past, not in the present. Suppose I am there, imagine yourself, you are there, and looking at this earth, or this galaxy, what you will be seeing? Billions and billions light to your past you will be seeing now sitting there. And this galaxy will be forming at that time. So it's not that the galaxies are forming now. It's forming, it must have formed by now, it's already formed and they may be as old as we are. That's one point. Another point is actually, every galaxy is expanding from each other. The further galaxies are going further away. I don't know, I'm taking science class here. Further galaxies are going further away from your center. Suppose you are that center. You are moving away from them. You follow? So where is the center of the universe? So where is the Big Bang really occurred? Because where and when are really not right questions, because you are asking about the space and time, which is beyond the taste, because the big time, space and time comes with the bang only. Creation of space and time comes with the bang only. But the fact of the matter is, you are the center of the universe. Because expanding everything, so if you extrapolate back, it comes to you as a center. If you are there, it will come to you. So everywhere is the center of the universe. Every observer is there. He is the center of the universe. What I'm trying to tell you is, without an observer, you are the center of the universe. That's what Advaita Vedanta tells you. The whole creation comes from you. This is what science is coming into picture, because you think the Big Bang occurred at some point. No, it occurred everywhere in the whole universe, simultaneously. And how was the universe at that time? It was infinite, not finite. At that time it was infinite, it is expanding into infinite. Every point is like a donut raisin. If you look at raisins in each, if there is a donut raisin, and every raisin will be rising away from each other as they are expanding. Like from every raisin point, other things are expanding from it. So in the same way, you are the center of the universe, because an observer has to be centered in any way in this universe. And that's where the Big Bang really occurred. So you are, I don't know why I went to that, but what it says, I am the consciousness existence, is what Advaita Vedanta, it says, you are that, Tattvamasi. You are the very, that's what science is coming in, ultimately, if you really understand the Big Bang properly. So there is anadi. Anywhere in the universe, if you look at it, whole universe will be expanding continuously. And the further galaxies will be expanding further away from you. Anywhere you are. And they're looking at from there and looking at you, you are still forming in the beginning stage. You are also a teenage galaxy that's forming from the reference from there, if they look there and watch at you. Okay? This is a mysterious, but that's what the whole fact is. So, pasyamitvam. Says, I'm seeing you everywhere. There's no beginning, there's no end. Everything is marvelous at the same time. I'm seeing you are the sun, you are the moon, you are everything that I can see. Is what the description that Arjuna's. It says, I see burning things everywhere. If you look at the galaxies, you see everywhere it's forming, fire all over the place. Right? So that's exactly Vishwapadarshana you're getting in the Hubble telescope. Then comes more and more fear, where he sees the mouth of the Vishwarupa with the Lord as opened as though, and people are entering, rushing there into it. Some people are coming out, some people are rushing, and he's chewing everybody left and right. Some people are get stuck between the teeth. Horror type of movies he's seeing right there in front of his. Damstrakara, this is sloka 25. Damstrakaralani chate mukhani. Damstraiva kala nalasannibhani. Disho na jani na labhe cha sarma. Prasida devi sa jagan nivasa. So here, this sloka and the 27th sloka, he described the horrible things that, see what's happening in that. Everybody is getting stuck between the teeth and he's chewing everything and all that. So what is this? So he got so scared, please withdraw, I cannot see this anymore. Arjuna himself is afraid of this Vishwarupa. Now what is this meaning of it? Therefore Krishna comes and explains to him what he's really seeing here. Let's do the sloka because of time factor. Let's do the 30s too. Kalosmi lokat shayakrut prabuddho. Kalosmi lokat shayakrut prabuddho. Lokan samohartumiha prabuddha. Lokan samohartumiha prabuddha. Rudepi tvam na bhavishyanti sarve. Yeva stita pratyanikeshu yodhaha. Now here is the meaning of all that. Krishna himself tells you. Kalaha asmi. Kalaha means, one is, Kala is Yama. I'm chewing everybody because I am Yama also. Kala is, I am the time. Okay? So what is that happening here is what the mouth is representation of the time. So what's the mouth is? So Kalo Jagat Bhatshakaha. The time eats everything. Whether it's a good or bad or everything, it chews everybody. That's what is the Kala is. So, Kala is my mouth that you are seeing, the Vishwarupa, is a symbolism of the time itself. So, continuously in the time flow, people are continuously dying, people are continuously being born. That's what he's seeing there. And somehow it's horrifying. People are dying miserably, so all sorts of deaths is occurring, and people for different reasons, accidents, everything, tsunamis, all these things are happening right in the time factor only. That's all hidden in the Vishwarupa. So that's what is scaring also for Arjuna. And Krishna, he says, I am the time. Arjuna, you think you are going to kill these people? They have already died according to their prarabdha, they have to die. Because I am the Kala. They are already killed by me. Because Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityu dhruvam janma mrutasya ja. Whatever is born has to die. Why they are born? Because of the prarabdha karma. They are there to exhaust the prarabdha karma. And they have to die. They have to give up the body to go whether you kill or not. Therefore, you are only a nimitta matram, you are only a vehicle here. But if you don't want to do it, I will do it another way. Because the job has to be done. And that I have done already, because this is already. So, now take the arrow and fight for justice now. That you have. So I have in all these things, don't think that everything is predestined. It's not that way. For everyone, there is called Purushartha. There is self-effort is there. So even though everything appears to be also different, I define my self-effort, what's going to be my future prarabdha also. The other prarabdha will be pushing me to do certain things. So Swamiji gave a beautiful statement. What I have is prarabdha. What I do with what I have is Purushartha. So whatever that I have right now is because of my prarabdha. And what I am going to do now with the situation that I am is my Purushartha. Therefore, next prarabdha is going to be that which is modified by past prarabdha, modified by present action. So I am also master of my future destiny. I can grow or I can damn myself also, depending upon my choice of action. That choice is also there. Prarabdha is not Lord is pushing it. It is my own actions in the past. I can modify it also in the future. So why are they dying? Because of their own past actions in the past. Because that's why Drona selected to be in the other side rather than the dharmic side. That's the problem. Bhishma also, because of a different reason, he knows that that is adharma. Still he is fighting on the other side. They had to die. That's a part of the problem. So, take up your arrow, do justice, what you think is right. Swadharme nidhanam say. Somebody asks me, what is Swadharma? This is your dhamma, to protect what is right. What you think is right, you have to do it. Otherwise, you are compromising your own value. When you compromise your own value, that's a sin. Sin is not something else. Sin is when I know it is the right thing to do, but I have no guts to do what is the right thing to do. Then it's a sin. So when Swadharma is going to come again in the 18th chapter, say follow my Swadharma means I have to follow what I think is right. That is the essential, the scriptural statement. Here, the whole Vishwarupa, if you really understand, seeing of the whole entire universe in that perspective is the Vishwarupa Darshanam, where there is a good and bad, everything is relative only. All dvandvas, the opposites of pairs of opposite is happening within the Vyavahara. But to transcend that and see the recognition of oneness in all these divisions is the knowledge. And with that, that's what is the Vishwarupa. And we start with the 12th chapter with Krishna emphasizes by surrendering to me in the end of the 11th chapter, by surrendering to me you can go beyond this also. So what is that bhakti is emphasized in this more and more detail in the 12th chapter that we take now. This is called Bhakti Yoga, the 12th chapter.